The German Game of the Year, Forest Shuffle. We're going to build out a lovely little forest, and this game is packed full of huge scoring combos that you're going to need an app for it. So let's get into it. Forest Shuffle is a card game designed by Kosh, published by Lookout Spiel, for 2 to 5 players, and is going to play in about 60 minutes. In this game, you're going to be building out this forest of trees while tucking in cards from all sides of the trees to try and score bonus points. The game comes with a ton of cards, a lot. And this is going to be a lot to shuffle, especially if you sleeve these, they might going to fall off on the table. I have the base game as well as the currently 2 published expansions. One of them I picked up at SN and is coming to North America very soon. The game is pretty simple. Everyone starts with a hand of 6 cards. On your turn, you can take 2 cards from the clearing or the top of the deck, or you can play a card from your hand. When you play a card from your hand, you need to pay the cost. The cost is located in the top left corner, and it shows you how many cards that you need to pay. There are also bonuses located on the bottoms of the cards. This means that if you pay this card cost with this card color, then you get to take this bonus. And then there's also the scoring conditions on the bottom of the card. These are all multi-use cards. Some of them tuck in the top, the ones that have the top and the bottoms. And some of them tuck on the sides. And so you have to choose which one you're going to pay for, especially with these cards that have 2, because these 2 can end up being different and they have different conditions. The goal of the game is obviously to score the most points, and you're going to do that through trying to match up all of these combos on these cards. The game comes with this massive deck of all of the cards that are in the game and how each of them scores in case you need to understand the iconography a little bit better. The unique mechanics in the game is once you play a card, you need to add a card to the clearing. Once the clearing has 10 cards, it's going to wipe out. I like using this other side of the board here because it has the identification for each one of these spots, so it makes it a lot easier to count the cards. That will wipe out at the end of your turn. So you do have the chance to take any one of the 10 cards, especially if you're going to play something like the bear, which allows you to take cards from the clearing and tuck them into your cave. Every card that is in your cave gives you a point at the end of the game. Now, there are a couple of unbalanced strategies in this game, such as the wolf and the deer and the warthogs and their little piggies. I forget what they're called. However, the addition of both expansions does make this balance out a little bit easier, especially because you need to remember that when you add each of these expansions, you're going to take a certain amount of cards out of this massive deck. If you find that you are having a balance problem with a lot of your games, just go ahead and pick and choose which cards you take out. So take out some of those wolves and some of those deers so that that combo can't exist as often. When you create that deck, you're going to insert these 3 winter cards. Once these 3 winter cards come up, the game is over. These are going to go in the bottom third of the deck. So once you've reached the bottom third of the deck, at any point in time, these cards can come up. And once all 3 of them come up, the game is over and you're going to tally up your scores. Now, scoring this game is a lot of work. I suggest that you download the app that they have for it so that you can just take a picture of your forest and then it's going to go ahead and score it for you. You do have to keep an eye out to make sure that you get the right color tags on each of the cards and make sure each of the cards are scanned properly. I have managed to play this game quite a lot. I do like it. It is the last of the 3 games that I have covered that were nominated for the German Spielpreis. This did win the German Spielpreis, and Sky Team had won the Spiel des Jahres and did not win the Spielpreis, but got 2nd place, and White Castle got 3rd place. All 3 of them are okay games. I prefer White Castle first, Forest Shuffle second, and Sky Team 3rd in that ranking. However, I've already gotten rid of Sky Team. Forest Shuffle and White Castle are here to stay. Give this a check out. Make sure you give me a check out, like, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye.